Hey guys, this is Carrie from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate super chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the super chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jarrod's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome Kemper profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Hey! Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night. I'm Carrie, and this is Jarrod.
What's up, guys?
I see in the chat that Marty5 was happy Monday because he's halfway across the world.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man? How you doing, Marty?
Sunday here, Monday there.
Yeah. Tomato, tomato.
It's still so weird to do this without in-ears.
I know.
It feels unofficial.
I know it does. I don't have
It's
mine
nice because they drive me nuts sometimes, but...
Yeah, I don't have mine in at all, so... Yeah, hopefully... And the thing is when I have them in, I can monitor weird noises and stuff, so...
Yeah.
If there's any weird noises, let us know.
They will. They will. They always do. Hey, we're kind of bright tonight. Look at that.
I know.
This little red and some orange.
Yep, red and orange tonight.
I rarely see you out of like black or dark blue.
Yeah, I know.
Dark red.
We're going to change it up tonight, you know?
Yeah.
Do something a little different.
Is that your KSR shirt?
Yeah,
Got a
it
little
is.
KSR t-shirt?
Yep, simping for KSR tonight.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, well, he sent a couple shirts, so I figured I should probably wear them at least, right?
Yeah.
And he makes great amps, so why not?
It's funny. He's had them for a while. I'm like, he came down in the orange one, and I'm like, that's very bright. And he's like, I just finally washed it. Thought I'd wear it. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's been in a corner somewhere.
Yep, kind of.
Nice. All right, well, let's say hi. Let's say hi.
Yeah, do it.
All right, Jay was the first one at 7:03.
My good friend, I should say our good friend Jay.
Yeah, he's mine too.
He's mine too. We're going to fight over him.
He's out painting his the back of his house right now.
Oh, really?
While he's listening to us.
Dude, your family's so lucky to have you, Jay.
Absolutely.
You're such an awesome dude. You should see what he's doing for his family. I mean, they got this freaking oasis in their backyard right now. The pool, all this great patio furniture, and this nice
There's a
awning.
fire table, an awning. There's like a water feature back there.
When you're at the back of Jay's house, you feel like you're at a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
You should hire a waiter just to like,
yeah.
hello, do you need anything?
Nice. Sean Casey is with us. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Dean Harkness, thanks for the super chat. The pre-show super chat.
What's going on, man? Thank you so much. Great to see you here.
Matt Force said hi.
Matt Force, what's up?
That's like a cool superhero name.
It kind of is.
Matt Force. Right?
Does he do superhero landings? Boom! I'm Matt Force.
Oh, Acoustic is here. He says everyone is streaming at the same time. Well, you better be watching Tone Wars, man.
Yeah, man. What the heck? What's
and
going
Gunnerman
on?
is right. Gunnerman says, but this is where it's at.
Ah,
Okay,
thank
Gunnerman.
you. Yeah, we're going to have some cool discussions tonight. And some, we're doing a community jam.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear the Badlander again, because that amp is stupid. It's freaking amazing.
Stupid.
It's stupid good.
Jamor says he slept through the last stream.
That was your fault. She had an off night, so...
I kind of did, didn't I? It's no fun sitting over in the corner. I'm like...
she was computer nerd for the night.
Which is totally the opposite of my personality.
No, it's not. Admit it. Just tell everybody what you really do.
All right,
She's a computer nerd.
The farthest thing from it.
She sits around and plays video games all day.
Oh, please. I'll get on my kid for doing it.
Yeah.
My one kid that plays them.
Yeah, because it's your turn. That's why. It's my turn.
He's so lying to you. Helix Cabana Boy, good morning to you too.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. What's up? How you doing, mate?
Darren?
We keep talking at the same time.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Say your stuff. Aaron Lucas, he said, "Hey everybody, Jarrod and Carrie, last week's show was absolutely one of the best in Tone Wars history."
Ooh.
Thanks.
Wow.
And
Thank
I was
you.
bored out of my mind over there.
You were not.
Somebody commented, they were like, "Carrie looks like she is having no fun," or something like that, or she's staring off into space.
Well, it wasn't the most engaging night for you, I have to admit. And I appreciate you being here, though, because you were a very essential part of, keeping score and, all that kind of stuff.
And bringing dinner. Keeping
Yep.
score and bringing dinner.
Yeah, she could bring a dinner. I tell you what, she brought some dinners. And thanks, Aaron. That was an epic night, man. It really was. And again, I have to give mad props to Todd, Chicago Todd, for allowing me to use the quad Cortex for a couple of weeks. I'll be sending that back to him in the next day or so. And if it wasn't for him, none of that would have happened. So I very much appreciate that.
Sean Casey likes my shoes. Me too. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even notice those till now.
Yeah, they're the same brand as the blue ones.
Yeah.
But these are red and
Nice.
not as, I don't know, these are more girly, I guess.
They're definitely girly.
Yeah. My work gave me a DSW gift card for Christmas.
Really?
So I went and splurged.
Is that what you got? Mm-hmm. Those?
Yeah. I love them. Thanks for noticing, Sean. All right, getting back to the highs. Aaron Lucas wants an Arnold scolds line 6 for being behind the digital platform development.
Being behind the development?
Mm-hmm.
Being behind the
He's
digital...
such a pot stirrer. Aaron Lucas, the pot stirrer.
So, all right. So, Arnold scolds line 6. You know what's funny is I wonder if I could do this and have Arnold do so much. Okay. Line 6, Arnold here. Here's proof right here. There's proof here. Yes, you're behind. Come on.
Behind.
Yes, you're behind. You've been out for 6 years with the HELIX now. And then there's all these other products coming out and they're copying you. How dare them copy them? They're stealing all their ideas and putting it in new tech. But I know. Line 6 is hiding in the corner waiting for the perfect chance to pounce and take their
Like
marketplace
a Black
back.
Panther.
That's right. They're hiding like a Black Panther in the corner and they're waiting for the quad to get out there and think it's all safe and everything. Hey, I'm Quad Cortex. Oh, everybody loves me. And next thing you know, Line 6 is like, I terminate you. You've been terminated like Sarah Connor. You're going to come out and take my market share back. My screen will be better. I'll have better features and everything. So screw you. That's what's going to happen. So you just wait. No, honestly, I think Line 6 has been copied a lot. Like the screen, I'm looking at the HELIX right now on the floor. The screen, when you look at it, has been copied by, XFX 3. And the Quad Cortex is kind of like mimicking what they're doing as well. So you got to give Line 6 mad props for taking that screen. I mean, it's like, how much better of a screen can you have? So now it's just make it a touch screen, which I'm pretty sure Line 6 is going to do. The next HELIX, I think, is going to be a freaking amazing product. So can't wait to see what happens with that.
Christopher, happy Sunday.
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's see. Yeah, Sean Casey agreed. Last Sunday was awesome. Marty 5. Jarrod is wearing the Dutch national color, orange. There you go.
Yeah.
You're Dutch tonight.
That's right. I got a little Dutch in me.
You.
No, I do. Yeah, it's from my family tree. There's a little bit of Dutch in there.
Where's your wooden shoes?
I left them upstairs.
Mike DeVro, hi!
Hey, what's up, man?
Steve Shaheen said hey.
Hey, what's up,
He
Steve?
says, we're looking bright tonight.
Yeah, we are looking pretty bright,
It's
aren't
a
we?
little bright.
Wear your sunglasses.
Yeah.
I
was shocked, honestly. He came downstairs and I was like,
glowing.
orange. All right.
Alrighty then.
We're going orange tonight.
I watched Steve Shaheen's band play last night, and man, he tore it up. He tore it up on that stage last night. He was good, man. It was really good. It was my first time, like, other than hanging out and jamming with him here.
Yeah.
Seeing him on like stage
Yeah.
performing with the lights and all the crowd and everything, and yeah, he definitely was a standout that night.
It was Shutter? What was the name
Yes.
of his? Shutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. And he was shredding his butt off, man. He sounded amazing too. Did a great job.
He only sent me a few seconds of a video clip, so it was hard to tell. But I really like Steve Shaheen's playing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks.
Well, it was like, it
That
was at
was
the end of
no
the
help.
song, and I was just starting, I should send Carrie a clip. And I'm like, oh, end of the song. All right, well,
There you go.
there you go.
All right, let me see where I left off. Sean, we already said nice shoes. Still nice shoes. Thank you. Ben Burnett is talking to Aaron Lucas. Mule Blues, Happy Sunday, New York Strips, Bloody Marys, and Red Stripe. Red Stripe.
Dude, I haven't had some red stripe in a while.
They have it at Alex's.
Yeah.
You get a hankering.
You get a hankering. What's up, man?
Chris Smith, he says, bro, what in-ears do you use for the Kemper? I'm in the market.
Where are my in-ears? I use the KZ AS10s. Right here. This is what I've been using. So these are 10 driver. They're 5 drivers in each side, and they have plenty of low end. And they're only like 69 or 70 bucks.
DeVos?
And I know...
Is that how you say it? Really?
I think so, yeah. So, yeah, these are great. You can get them on Amazon. Just look up KZAS10 in-ear monitors, and make sure you get the foam tips with them, because if you don't, they'll fall right out of your ears. But these are amazing. They sound great. Lots of great low end, and they're not shrill, and they don't sound small. They sound really good. I've been using these for, 4 years now?
Oh, yeah.
Probably at least 4 years. And
Or you can spend $1,000 and get some custom in-ears.
Yeah.
Like mine.
Or you could do that.
Because my ears won't accept any old thing.
I know.
We tried.
Her ears are picky, man.
Over and over.
These are great, though. I know it sounds like, $70. Yeah, they're probably garbage. I'm not kidding you. They're really freaking good. They really are. So, yeah. And hey, Ben Burnett, what's up?
Hey, Ben Burnett.
What's happening, man?
Dean Harkness having pot roast and beer.
Hey.
Chris,
There you go.
right?
That's good.
Chris A is with us. Mule Blue says,
Hey, Chris.
damn it, Carrie. What I do?
What'd she do?
What I do?
I don't know what you did.
I don't know what I did. All right, Mule Blues. You got me in the dark there. Jason Taylor, hey.
Hey, Jason, what's happening, man?
Ken Masters, if you don't have a QC pre-order yet, you may not get one until next year.
Yeah, it's possible. We're going to definitely be talking about the shootout tonight. And I want to do a video before I send it back to, our friend Chicago Todd about my thoughts after having it for a couple weeks, Yeah. I want to just do a quick video about it.
Let's see. Anxious Nation, hello from Florida.
Hey, what's up, man?
Your weather's better than ours.
Florida, the land of the free.
Yeah. Bobby Leckie. Rochelle Lucas, holy shamoly, how are you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
She said, Jarrod, your Arnold impressions make my Sunday nights complete. You and me both, right?
Thank you.
You should just do the whole show as Arnold.
Oh, yeah, that would be funny.
Arnold night.
I would wear it out.
Jim Sieben is with us.
Hey, Jim, what's up, man?
Jason Taylor, hopefully Helix will add the ability to do quality captures like the Kemper and QC.
That's my thoughts as well. I feel like modeling is a dying thing. I think it's going to be the fate or the MySpace of amp tones within the next couple of years. I think modeling's done well. I think it's been a great stepping stone, and I think that it's been pushed about as far as it can be. I'm not kidding you. As a guy who's done profiles for a year now, telling you there's a craft that's associated with doing profiles, and I just released my volume 2 of the Badlanders, and man, I'm telling you there's a craft to it, and it's really cool to come down here with what I've learned and really get crafty with it and feel like I'm actually having an influence on how good these sound and feel, and I love it. It's actually more challenging, but it's actually more rewarding for me now. I'm not just sitting here pushing buttons and moving mics. I'm actually crafting these now, and I'm getting more involved in it, and it's a lot of fun, and they really are turning out good, and I just can't see modeling ever matching that. I just don't see it ever happening.
Mike is still trying to get me to say his name right. Dervas? Is that right? Dervas? He's like, here, you said it right the first time. Just called Dervas. This is the correct one. Just for you to know. He's not picking on me. Now I'm all nervous about it. I'm just going to call you Mike.
Mikey D.
Mikey D. There you go, Mikey D.
Yep, Mikey D.
Mule Blues says Kemper has it. Jason Taylor. I skipped Dean's super chat. Another super chat. He wants more Arnold. Baking cookies or something. I don't care. Just have fun.
Arnold baking. Arnold baking cookies.
Put the cookie down! Now!
That's what he said in one of his movies.
Yes, I remember. His kindergarten cop.
No, Jingle All the Way.
Put the cookie down! Now! You don't bake cookies here. There's no baking of the cookies.
I would like a cookie.
I eat turkey cookies. They have protein in them.
Oh, Mike says I did it. Dervas.
Yeah.
All right, Dervas, I did it. Never mind, Mikey D. Marty 5, getting crafty like the craftsman.
That's right. I love it, though. Like, I was down here the other day redoing, doing the whole volume 2 of the Badlander, and I'm not kidding. I'm down here, like, playing certain riffs and really checking things out, which riffs work the best, and checking things, and then I went back and checked all the profiles. I'm like, dude, these are solid. I mean, they sound really good, and the feel was great, and I'm like, all right, I'm releasing these, and I really feel like I had a part in it as opposed to just pushing buttons, and moving mics. I mean, this time there was even more say I had in there, and it really is a craft. So I'm digging it. I can't wait to do.
He also digs craft beers.
Yeah, I do. I like craft beers as well. So I'm going to do the Herbie and the Savage and the rest of the amps, and I'm going to enjoy that. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. You said you wanted to wait till there's 30 people to do the community jam?
Yeah.
We have 45. So.
Oh, 45. Oh, dude, awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So I put out, was it about a month ago?
Like 4 or 5 weeks. We had to push it because of last week's show.
Because of last week's show, yeah. So basically what I did is, so here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do the community jam real quick. And then after that, we're going to get into the discussion about last week's episode, Quad versus Kemper. And I'll play some riffs and stuff on the Badlander and some mixes because that amp is stupid. So basically, I put out this, what was the song? 3 Shots and a Chaser. I put that out. People wanted to give their version of it.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of interest in it. And I sent out several mixes, but Mike was the only one that returned with the mix.
Mike DeVos?
Yeah. Yeah. So he was the only one that returned a mix. Maybe, I know people get busy, and I understand. So no big deal. Well, we kind of
wanted to ask, what your guys' opinion. Was it a little too difficult? Was it just not your genre?
Or your style?
Yeah, or your style.
That's fine.
Too busy? Because we had such a good turnout for the last one.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah, it was a little disappointing to only get one entry this time.
But it's okay.
Yes.
It happens. I mean, so the next one I'm going to do is Missing You.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one. Well,
It's a ballad. It's a ballad.
It's a ballad, and there's just leads. You just play
Yeah.
solos over it. So I think that's kind of what people want to do as opposed to rhythm and leads.
Ah.
So it was probably one of those things like, oh, I got to learn this rhythm and write a solo. Like, it's a little overwhelming. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play Mike's version of the song. Let me cue that up here.
Getting it.
Yep, there it is. Okay, so 1 second, and here is Mike. Here we go.
Mike
There we go. We're back.
Mike. Yeah, you were the only one that sent it back. We sent it out to several, but you're the only one that sent it back.
Yeah.
That was so good.
It was really good.
I like how you changed the rhythm up a little bit, and your solo was killer. There were some fun little, what do you call them, riffs? Fun little runs. Is it a run? A fun run.
Yeah, there's some fun there. Yeah, he did some cool bluesy things,
Yeah.
and like the runs, and yeah, he had some cool stuff. And when he kicked in the wah, that was pretty badass too. So
yeah, they liked it too. They were like, nice, wow. Let's see, sounds great. What is this guy is killer from Aaron Lucas. Mule Blues wants to know what guitar you are using.
I think he's using one of Ola England's signature guitars, one of his from his brand, the Solars. I think he's using a Solar. I don't know which one, but I can tell by the logo.
Definitely put it there.
Yeah, put what you're using in there. Yeah.
This is very good. Arnold approved. I want to give Dean a little more Arnold because he paid the super chat. I'll be putting it in here every once in a while when you least expect it, Dean. Just for you, yeah. This is very good though, Mike.
Yeah,
I
want to listen to it again after the show.
Yeah. It was good. I like the fact that he changed the rhythm up a little bit and made it his own kind of thing. And that's what we're looking for. It's kind of like...
doesn't have to be exact.
Well, you remember when you used to watch, you probably still do watch American Idol or whatever. I mean, it's nice when people take a song, but they don't do the karaoke version. They do their version of it, you know.
You can pay homage to it. Homage.
Yeah. They stay within the realm of the song, but they do their own thing with it, and I think it's really cool, and that's what Mike did. So I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
You know, it was an honor to have him play on it.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
thank you. Thanks for sending it in.
Yeah, absolutely. And if other people come in later with it, that's fine. We'll air those as well. I know Steve was going to do one, but he got tied up with a bunch of stuff, so maybe his will come later. But I get it. Like, people get busy. I totally understand all that. No big deal. So. But, yeah, I think he wanted to hear my version of it.
Yep, he does.
All right, well, let me play a few riffs here, and then...
Yeah, he also was ragging on you for skipping the first community jam.
Oh, that's... yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I gotta...
What is that?
I just...
Why don't you want to do it?
No, I want to. I literally haven't had time.
If you wanted to, you'd have done it already.
No,
I will.
No, I will. I'll do it. I just got to get to writing it and finishing that solo.
I don't want you to write that. I want you to learn Wicked Games.
Well, I'm working on that. See? It's her fault. She's got me working on all this stuff for an acoustic project that we're going to do. So, yeah, she's the taskmaster.
We've been talking about for like 2 years.
Probably 3, but
yeah.
But who's counting? Anyway, let me play a couple riffs. Let me mute the mic and get the room speakers going here, and I'll see what I can do. That's a hard one to top, and I'm definitely not going to try to top it. I'm just going to give you what I came up with. So, there's no topping here. There's just playing. That's it. Here we go. There you have it.
There you have it.
At least there's 2 community jam versions of the song tonight.
Your neck matches my shirt right now.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I play, my neck gets really red.
Super. It's like you got this horrible sunburn.
I know. It's a thing. It's a thing. Every time I watch the show back, I'm like, why is my neck all red whenever I play? So
I
weird.
honestly didn't notice it until we came down here because it's
Really?
always dark at the clubs and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah. I got a thing. It's a thing I do.
He does. He's got a thing. Yes, they said, Jean Moore says it sounded great. Jason Taylor, now he's feeling it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Sean
a fun
Casey,
song.
nice tone and playing. The Chicago Todd is with us. Happy Live Hang Sunday, folks.
Woohoo! What's going on, sir? I just gave you a nice shout out earlier, thanking you for the QC for the last few weeks. Thank you. Yeah, again, if it wasn't for Chicago Todd, we wouldn't have had a fight night. So
We have the best audience.
we do.
The best viewers.
Yeah.
I love that you guys show up and you're involved in the show and helping good hearts and all of that.
Yeah, it really does mean a lot.
Seriously, like, I know we all have, like, our favorite sitcoms or whatever, but, like, how can you don't get involved? You can't get involved.
Yeah.
You know, it's entertaining, but it's really cool to be able to do this, and there's such a sense of community in it all.
It really is, and we appreciate it.
Aaron Lucas says, for me, Carrie, for the acoustic project, you got to do John Hyatt, Have a Little Faith in Me. You'd knock that one out of the park. Oh,
Have you heard of that?
I don't want to get us demonetized. Is that the one from Toy Story?
You got a friend in me?
Oh, you got a friend in me?
Yeah.
Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one.
Samsonite. I was way off.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to Google that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mike DeVos. Haha. That was great, man. I think you used a bit of wah also.
Oh, yeah, man. Got to use that wah. Thank you. Yep. I'm all about the wah every once in a while. Throw it in there.
Sven, greetings from Germany.
Sven, how are you?
Good to see you here, buddy. Good to see you here. So, well, again, thank you for, participating in that community jam, Mike. And anybody who's hasn't sent theirs in yet, please do. We'll put you on the show. We'll be happy to. Yeah. It'd be awesome. And it it's one of those things that's fun for us, too, because we get to know you musically,
Yeah.
So,
and we get to see your face in the videos.
Yeah.
Unless you don't put your face in there.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is it's nice to know who's in your audience so that you can, understand.
Know if you have to be scared or not.
No. No, it's nice to know because it's nice to be able to understand where you're coming from, So like when I'm doing videos and stuff like that, I can keep in mind like, oh, there's this kind of people who play this kind of stuff, that kind of stuff, and I can try to broaden things out so that I can, you can't always be all things to all people, but at least try to keep some of that stuff in mind, So.
Absolutely. Zeno is here. He says, good evening.
Hey, what's up?
Tanner, so with the updated Badlander pack, do you have to purchase it if you purchased the first pack? ?
Good question. So I've been struggling with this, to be honest with you.
He has been. Lots to talk about this.
Yeah. So all right, let me just say this. So I think what I'll do this time is if you email me, my email
should be in the description.
It's in the description. So email me and I'll send you the updated profile pack. And if you purchased it, yeah, I'll do that for the next week or so or something like that. I mean, I've been trying to struggle, So if I could just get real for a minute.
We want you to be real.
All right. So I just want to keep it real on the show. Now, one of the reasons why I'm willing to do that for this particular package is because the first profiles, as good as they sounded, and they did sound really good, they weren't refined. So during the process of me shooting out the QC and the Kemper, I learned some things, and I ended up refining and checking out the refining process and going, actually, the refining is better. Mm-hmm. So, but that's just a matter of opinion. I've had plenty of people email me and say, and comment on the videos and go, I prefer them unrefined. So it's like it's one of those things where not everybody likes them refined, and I understand that. So that being said, I don't mind updating this pack and giving these to you guys. There's like 22 in there, but in the future, anytime like let's say I get a new mic or a new cab or something like that, I'll probably just release like a volume 2 or whatever, and Yeah, I have to
charge for it.
I have to charge for it, and the reason why is, again, I'm just keeping it real. So I'm just not trying to offend anybody, but I just try to keep it as real as I can, because if you constantly give away, updates, like if you want to update, I use the term loosely, but if you're down here for 6 hours making profiles, you bought a new piece of gear to do them with, or a couple of pieces of gear, whether it's a cab for $1,000 or a mic for several hundred to $1,000.
It's more spending more money and more time.
Yeah, so you're spending more money, more time upgrading stuff, and then there's no incentive if you're just going to give them away. It's like, I just spent $3,000 to make this profile pack, and I'm not getting anything in return.
Also,
so it's like, I'm not going to do free updates,
Companies update their amps. They put new features in or update this or that, and you don't get a free one because it has an upgraded feature in it. So, yeah, it just, this time around, I get it. This time around,
I have no problem with it this time, because this is more of a, I learned something, and I got no problem doing that. But the thing is, though, is I'm always learning. Sure. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll learn something a year from now.
If it makes sense, then maybe you can include this as a free upgrade sometimes. Yeah. But for the most part, you'll be releasing a volume
2 or volume 3.
Whatever.
Yeah, and I appreciate the question. I really do, and I totally understand where people are coming from when they ask about it, because some companies do that. It's just, like I said, if I do all free quote-unquote updates, then I have no incentive in doing that, because if I do an update on a pack, it's because I bought something to make it better, or to make it different, because better is relative, right? So to make it different, and if I'm not going to recoup that cost, then I lose my incentive to buy the thing and spend the hours doing it.
No.
You know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just... No. It's just what you do as a business owner, Well,
this is supposed to be your retirement exit,
too,
so...
Yeah, and I got a long ways to go, because I haven't even come close to even paying off the amps and the mics and the cabs and everything else yet. So, yeah, but I will send you... Just email me. I'll send you the updated, profiles. Yeah, and I got no problem with that. Yep.
All right. Mule Blues, 52 watching and 16 likes. Extra thanks for pointing that out. Please smash the like button. You can X out of the live chat, hit like, and then come right back and join the live chat.
Yeah, please do. That helps the algorithm,
Tanner said thank you. He'll email you, and thank you very much.
You're welcome, buddy. I remember Tanner. He bought some, it was a couple months ago, so I do remember you, and I'm happy to do it. Again, it's perfectly fine.
Mike Dervos, Jarrod, I have a question for you. I want to buy the EVH style 50 watt. Is it too loud for bedroom use? Do I need an attenuator or not?
I mean, it's definitely a good question. I don't think it's too loud. I mean, you know how amps are. I mean, they like to be cranked up to a certain volume before they give you the juice, before you get that goodness out of them.
Like a bedroom in an apartment or a bedroom at home?
yeah, exactly.
In a house.
I mean, I think it would work pretty good for you. But if you're going to get some sort of attenuator or whatever, just get the aux box. That's what you're listening to tonight. The Badlander's playing through the aux box right now, and it just sounds incredible. It's a great piece of gear, and it attenuates and allows you to play an amp through a pair of studio monitors at low volumes while you're cranking the amp. And it's because this amp right now is at 9 o'clock. It's pretty loud, but through the studio monitors, it's bearable, perfectly bearable. So, like, if I switch to the cab in the room, she'd be plugging her ears.
I'd probably be exiting.
Yeah, that's how loud this amp is right now. So it definitely sounds great,
Paul Smith, he says, nicely done.
Oh, thanks, man. What's going on?
Cold and beer. What's up, guys? Nice job, Mike Dervos. Jarrod, you do a nice job on your song, too.
Thank you. Mike definitely brought it. He did a great job. I loved his version of it.
Me
and
too.
Yeah, I love some of the really cool bends and bluesy riffs that he put in, along with the shreds. It was awesome. It was very cool.
Brought some shreds.
He brought some shreds.
Jeffrey Blanco, have you listened to the new Liquid Tension Experiment album? John Petrucci's guitar tone sounds great on
Oh,
it.
yeah. I've listened to several of the songs while I was cleaning the house the other day. I cranked it. Yeah, it sounds great. There's some really interesting stuff on there. I mean, they definitely, you could tell like they had a lot of big jam sessions on this one and recorded them, because there's a lot of just jam session-y type stuff, which is cool because it's almost like you're a fly on the wall where these guys are all just having fun and loosening up and noodling around, and it was really cool. Yeah, I'm liking it so far.
Sven says LTE3 is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yo Blues, make an isolation cab if you need to crank it.
Yeah, yep, you can do that as well. Jay's got one from Warmcord. He's got the Box of Doom. And yeah, that thing's... it's the Box of Doom.
I think I was watching puppy videos upstairs when you guys were playing with it.
Oh, yeah.
With his wife and kids. Yes. If you're watching, wife and kids, Amy and
the children.
Hey there. I'm excited to come and try out your patio.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So
Let's see, Jason Taylor. Jarrod, you need to try and get a KSR PA50 on the show to try with the Kemper and your diesel cab.
you know, I've reached out to Kyle over at KSR 3 times now about that, and I'm still yet to have one here. So, I mean, that's if you guys, I guess the best thing I can say is, you know, a lot of times if other people, you know, reach out to a manufacturer and say, hey, you know, because he's on Facebook, Kyle Rhodes, KSR Amplifications on Facebook. I mean, I'm not, you know, I mean, if you guys reach out to him, that helps me too, because, you know, it's one thing if I reach out to a company, but if other people reach out
On your behalf.
on my behalf, it has a bigger impact. So I would appreciate that. I really would. It's kind of like when bands go out on tour and they're like, the band, hey, I'm from band blah blah blah, can you play our song on the radio? The radio station's gonna be like, no. But if a whole bunch of their fans call and demand it, then the radio station does it.
Oh,
so it's
there's a demand for this?
yeah. Oh, really? You're not his mom, are you? You know. So, so yeah. I mean, it's just better. So I would appreciate if you guys could reach out to them, because I'd be happy to have it on the show, and I think it would be cool. He said he would send it, and I understand people get busy. It happens.
Maybe it's just not available.
Yeah. So yeah, he said he had one, but we'll see.
Dean Harkness says, I have the 50 Stealth as a bedroom amp. It sounds good at any volume, but yeah, it loves to roar when you have the option. And Real Blues says, Doom. Mike DeVos, I have a 2x12 cab that I want to use with it. I'm thinking to buy the 2 notes torpedo captor to fix the volume problem. Did you ever try it?
Yeah, I have a 2 notes right here. I prefer the aux, but the 2 notes definitely is a decent unit as well, especially for attenuation. If you're using it for attenuation, it's definitely a more affordable version. But if you're going to use the aux or the 2 notes for, like, you know, the sound for studio monitors or whatnot, definitely use impulse responses, not their speaker emulations, because their speaker emulations are kind of left a little bit to be desired, and impulse responses would be better. Hopefully they'll upgrade those sometime soon.
Mm-hmm. Mark, he says, I'm here.
Hey! What's up, man?
I'm glad you're here, Mark. Steve Evenchek, Steve and Nancy are here. He has the same KSR shirt, only in black.
Ah! Sweet, man. What's going on? Hello, Nancy. So, all right, we should probably talk about last week's episode, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Let's listen to you talk about it.
Let's listen to me talk about it. Okay, so how many here saw that, and what were your thoughts on how that went, and, you know, all that stuff? I'm really curious to hear about your thoughts on that, because, like, there was a lot of work that went into it, and we wanted to make it as fair as possible. And I feel like we did that. You know, I feel like we were about as fair as we could be with it. You know, there were some people that watched. I read the comments afterwards. Most people were like, "Great job, great episode, loved it. You guys did knocked it out of the park, and it was very fair." And blah blah blah. And there was, you know, there's always going to be a couple that are like, oh, I don't know, man, and you know, they doubted the results and stuff. And it's like, look, I'll put this out here right now. I play these, you know, 90% of the time when I'm down here playing, whether it's while I'm live or while I'm writing or practicing, I play these amps. You know, these are what mean the world to me. I love these things so much, and a lot of times I'll be playing them through my studio monitors here because I'll be playing the backing tracks, and obviously you can't hear those when you got an amp cranked in the room with a cab blowing your head off. But I do both, you know, and I just love how they sound and how they feel, and there's no second guessing. Everything's real. So I'm not down here turning knobs. I'm literally playing because I know what I'm getting is legit. So I didn't care, and I still don't care which one won. I really don't, because I don't have a stake in the game at all. I own a Kemper, and I think it's a fun writing tool, and I think it's fun to play when I'm trying to write things and I get stuck on chords and I don't know what riff to put over it, so I'll loop a chord underneath and noodle around till I figure it out.
Aaron Short. He says last week was definitely rigged. Kemper rigged.
He's choking. It's a play on words.
Mark says loved last Sunday. Kemper on bass 2 times today and 3 hours of rehearsals on guitar. Kemper greatest.
It's who said that?
Mark.
Oh, what's up, Mark?
Just Mark.
Yeah, man. And again, I don't care who wins. I really don't, because I don't have a stake in the game. And there might be people that might think like, well, he sells Kemper profiles, so of course he wants the Kemper to win. Or like there's always that thing where it's like, oh, he probably rigged it for Kemper because he sells their profiles and stuff. Look, I can easily sell quad Cortex profiles too, or captures, or whatever you want to call it. I could be working on that and building up a store, even though they don't have a storefront ready yet in their cloud. Hopefully in their marketplace sometime in the future. We don't know. They'll have that, and I hope they do. But I could easily be building up an arsenal of captures for that as well. So it doesn't really matter to me. It really doesn't. I just wanted to promote the truth and have an honest, fair shoot out between the two products. Now, does that mean that I think the Quad Cortex is crap and what a loser product? No, not at all. There was some great stuff about it. There's the interface, the I/O, the screen, the way you operate it, the easy get to know it kind of thing was just fantastic. I love a lot of what they did. I captured one of my pedals with it, and I thought it did a great job on that. I thought it did a good job on capturing the amplifiers. But they did take the refining feature out. I don't know why they took it out, but it's not in there. And maybe that could have made the difference, but there's no refining feature in it anymore. There's pictures of the screen saying refine capture or something like on a black button, and it's not there. And I'm like, where did it go? And I heard they took it off just to keep it simple, which I guess is fine, but I think that might have cost them the contest. I don't really know, because I didn't get to use it to see if there was a difference. But what I can say is there's a lot of great things about it. I think there's a lot of promise with the unit, but the future is yet to reveal what that product is actually capable of. Where the Kemper is pretty much like it's a fully grown, matured product with everything you could ever want with it, and I just think that it's you have a new boxer fresh out of boxing school fighting a boxer that's a veteran that's been in the ring for years, and it's like, what did you think was going to happen? And this guy knows all the tricks. He's going to pop you and you're down. So the new tech thing, I think that again there's a lot of promise there. But I just don't think it's mature enough to take on something like the Kemper, who, again, has been in the ring for 8 years and years. And there's tons of profiles and tons of profile makers out there that are available. And right now, I think the biggest Achilles heel to the QC is there's no ecosystem yet for professional profile makers to join into and to make profiles for people and sell them to you at a reasonable cost for you to purchase. And because people want to do the sharing thing. Well, I could just say this, and I say this with the greatest amount of humility, but I'm sure some of the profiles that you get for free in a sharing situation might be pretty good. But who's going to give you better profiles? A guy that's just kind of hanging out in his house and capturing his stuff and sending it to you, or a guy that does it for a living? You know, I mean, if you need an operation, you don't want a doctor that does it on the side. You know what I mean? Or watched, you know, I don't know, ER or, you know, Grey's Anatomy. It's like, yeah, I think I know how to fix that. I mean, I want a guy that went to school and he's been a surgeon for a long time and he knows his stuff, you know. So there's a difference between a pro and a novice, you know. And I just think that, you know, the guys that are going to be making profiles or captures or whatever you want to call it as a profession are going to give you something that's better. It's just the way it is, you know. So, and we all know that the Kemper and the Quad Cortex are only as good as the captures that are in it and the profiles that are in it. So if you have a crappy capture or profile in it, it's going to sound like crap. If you have a good one, it's going to sound amazing.
All right. So Dean Harkness says it was all the Helix.
Yeah. It was all the Helix. Psych!
Aaron Lucas, the QC versus Kemper was terrific and was very helpful to see an unbiased side by side of both devices in action.
Thank you.
The Chicago Todd, I thought Fight Night was one of the best. I said it before, saying it again. Monster players, monster gear equals monster show. Really great job, guys.
Thank you so much, Todd. And again, if it wasn't for Todd, it wouldn't happen, so we really appreciate you very much. That was really kind of Todd to send his brand new awesome product up here and go without it for a couple weeks for us. So
for sure.
Appreciate that.
Brett Shaver definitely made me kick myself in the arse for selling my Kemper stage.
Yeah, the Kemper is just, it really is. I mean, they're both great products, but for right now, I'm very happy with the Kemper. You know, when I use it, you know, I mean, it just does such a great job. I understand the whole interface thing because it's definitely, if you want to have an interface war between the two, I mean, QC wins all day long, you know, because it's just easier to operate, you know.
Half-hashed says, it seemed that the participants knew in advance which device they were using, so it was not very subjective.
They did not know.
Yeah, I can attest to that. The boys didn't know. I feel like you may have been down here, and because you engineered the whole thing, so maybe your ears were more tuned into which one sounded like which, but still, we could have switched up the cables and blah, 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 and the other guys didn't know.
Yeah, we had an AB box on the floor in front of the guys, and we had two cables coming out of it, and we had a rug, that little piece of rug covering the cables up, so they didn't know which cable went to which unit. And when we profiled, like Steve got here at noon. Yeah. He got here at noon, and we were down here at about 12:20, about 20 after, and running his captures. He picked his amp, and I even the thing is I filmed the whole process, and was very transparent about that and put it up there. And these guys honestly did not know which ones they were playing, and there was like probably at least a few hours between the time that we were done doing the captures and volume checking everything and the time that we went live. You know, so their hands and ears had time to forget which one was which. And Steve even told me afterwards, we were upstairs talking, he was like, I honestly thought the Quad Cortex was going to kill the Kemper because it's a new unit and it takes longer to profile. I figured I was playing, the one that I was voting for was the winner, and when we got done, he was like, I was shocked that it was the Kemper, I mean, honestly, I mean, it couldn't have been any more transparent,
Bobby Lucky says, can't comment, but we'll hear last week's show later, but you guys do a great, honest show. It is what it is, and you can't please everyone all the time, even us old Axe FX 2 users.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is there's a lot of tribalism out there, and there's this whole, as soon as you buy a product, you join the tribe that's associated with that product. And the problem is, too, is you attach your identity with how well that product does in a shootout. So if it loses, you feel like you lost, and then you got to stick up for it. And so facto, you're sticking up for yourself, and it's this symbiotic thing going on. But it's poisonous, though, because the thing is that's why we do a blind shootout, because It takes all that stuff out. All those preconceived notions, all that stuff is out. And again, I don't care who wins when it comes to these products. I don't care. I couldn't give a rat's rear end which one wins. Don't care. I don't owe any of these companies anything. They haven't paid me. They don't even know who I am. And, no one's asked me to do anything a certain way or not do it a certain way. I don't care. It does not matter to me at all. The only people I want to win are you guys. I want the viewers who watch the show to come here and get the truth, or at least get an unslanted opinion about these products. That's what I want, because if you guys win and you're pleased with what you see here, even if it stings a little, but it's the truth, right? That's sometimes how you know it's the truth. You feel that sting? Yeah, that's the truth. There's sting in it sometimes, and it's not fun, but it's honest, So if you come here and you get the truth, and sometimes it's not always pleasant to deal with, at least you can come back and know, when I go to Tone Wars, no matter what, I know I'm going to get the truth, Because, again, I play amps.
Yep, and you have a history of when you get more information that changes something, you say so. Mm-hmm. You're honest about it. And you say, okay, I learned this, we got to go back and redo it, or this is how it was influenced.
I'm honest about it. And here's the thing, too. Let me just put this out here right now. If QC brings back the refining process, I'll do it again. I will. I don't care. I'll do another one with the refining process. It doesn't matter to me, because it's all about showing the truth to you guys and having a good time doing it.
Yes, so many comments. Axlinger, hey dude, keep the excellent content coming. You give upfront, honest reviews that help us all narrow down the gear we want and need. You're a wicked shredder. Cheers, dude.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. I appreciate that, and I will do my best.
Oh, CS. Yikes, I'm an hour late, but when you're great, it's okay to be late.
What's going on, Chris?
The Chicago Todd says, good point. The current Kemper is not going to improve much. QC very young and will get better.
Yeah, it's the QC will definitely get better. I mean, it has to. I mean, there's a lot of promise with that, I mean, I'd like to see what they come up with in the future. I just hope it doesn't take forever.
Jeffrey Blanco, new tech isn't always better. In the end, they're all trying to emulate the ancient tech of vacuum tube amplifiers.
Exactly. I mean, I really think that no matter what, you should always keep an amp. If you're going to sell, a bunch of your amps because you got a new gadget, that, the digital stuff, I understand, and I've done it. I've been there, and I totally understand. But at least keep one or two of your favorites around, because it keeps you grounded. This sounds like an amp. Well, let's play an amp and find out. That's how you find out.
Brett Shaver. Nope, sorry, I read that one. Steve Evenchek. Saw your demo. I just got the PV Invective MH. Awesome amp. Mule Blues. Loves your passion for tone and the never-ending quest.
Thank you. Congrats, Steve, on the amp. And thank you, Mule Blues. I appreciate that.
There are so many comments. Let me see where I left off. Tanner, what do you think about the new Power Kemper cab? Anything you would try out?
Oh, great question. Someone, I think it was Aaron Short, he called me the other day and told me it was out. I didn't even know it was out. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think it's good that they came up with that. The funny thing is with cabs and stuff is... I'll put it to you this way. If you need a source to hear your Kemper to monitor yourself on stage, then yeah, get one, especially one that's loud enough to keep up with a drummer and all that kind of stuff. Whenever we play on stage, we use the in-ears, so I don't really need, I don't need a cab, and plus, when you have a singer and you have a loud cab on stage, her mic
hear themselves.
Yeah, well, their mic's going to pick it up too. Remember, your mic was picking it up sometimes.
He was so excited to finally be able to use one, and we're going through and warming up and doing sound check, and I'm like, I'm hearing everything like 4 times. What's going on? My mic was picking it up and sending it right back in my ear.
Yeah, so I had to cancel the cab and just say, well, I guess I'm not using the cab. I didn't care because I had in-ears, but it just, it is what it is.
It felt nice, or it was going to feel nice.
Yeah, but it worked out, But So I use studio monitors because I get the nice stereo separation, ping pong delay, and they're truly flat, as opposed to a lot of these cabs. So I mean, but if you need it, go get it because Kemper, the other Kemper cab that came out, the passive one, I thought was pretty freaking good.
You big dummy. He
Hey.
says, Neural DSP has one more day left on a half off sale.
Oh wow! No,
Yeah.
probably on one of their plugins. What's going on, man?
Edward Morales. Hello, awesome couple. Can you talk about the Mesa track head plus effects loop switcher whenever you can? No need to be today because I watch all of your videos. Well, thanks, Edward.
Thank you. You was talking with a head track switcher?
Mesa track head plus effects loop switcher.
Yeah, that is a great product. I've had it on the show. I bought the KHE. What is this thing? Yeah, the KHE. Sorry, so many acronyms.
So many KSR,
Yeah,
KHE, EVH.
I got the KHE switcher, and it does 8 amps and 4 cabs, and I love it. But I'm trying to do it for the show and for profiling and stuff. But when I did have the head track, I thought it was awesome. It really is a cool, very, very cool product. So I highly recommend it. And it's pretty easy to set up. Everything's labeled as it should be. So you can set it up right the first time, every time. It's very simple to do. And it's reliable because Mesa makes it. And they're not going to make something crappy. They make great stuff. So I would highly recommend it. It's probably one of the most affordable ways, you can have an amp switcher without sacrificing quality, because there's some cheaper ones, but I wouldn't trust. It's something you got to keep in mind. You really want to plug your amp into a cheap one and then have it blow it because the circuitry in it wasn't very reliable. I would go with the head track as far as that kind of stuff goes over anything else.
Jeff Cornell joined us. He says, sorry I'm late.
Hey, what's going on, man?
He said, drink the Tone Wars Kool-Aid. I'm here to tell you it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
Mark
man.
says, I have a power cab ordered.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I if I get one, somebody around here gets one and wants me to have it on the show, I'll be happy to do it, just check it out.
Half-hashed says, but Kemper has asked you to refine your profiles and you responded accordingly. Agree with the amps. Always a good reference point to use them.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
But Kemper has asked you to refine your profiles and you responded accordingly.
Yes. So, what I did is my first shootout between the two that I just did on a recorded video, not a live one. Yeah. One of the things, Kemper actually didn't reach out to me at all. It was just comments that I saw in the video. In fact, Home Junkie was one of the guys that was like, yeah, I've never heard of Kemper that far off of the amp before, and I was like, okay, all right, I'll take that in stride. And there are a couple other comments. And then what happened was friends of mine, I think it was Paul Smith, who's in a Kemper group. He was wondering if I had the Pure Cab on, because Chris Kemper in the group was just saying, I think he's got Pure Cab on, but doesn't realize it. So there was just stuff like that I heard second or third hand. So Kemper never reached out to me at all. Never. I swear on a stack of Bibles. Never reached out to me at all. So basically, I said, all right, let me go down and investigate this. So I did a thing where I went in and I had Pure Cab at 0. So I'm like, I'm not using Pure Cab, but it was checked. There's a little box above it that you have a check on and off. And I was like, oh, it's checked on though. But I figured if it was at 0, it wasn't making a difference. It does make a difference. And I played a chord, I turned the box, I checked the box off, and I was like, oh my God, the top end just changed on my amp. I'm like, oh crap. So right there, I knew that whole shootout was null and void. Then, as a secondary test, I profiled one of my amps. I did not refine it, and then I profiled it again and refined it. And then it was better. So I was like, okay. And I took the video down right then and there and redid it. So now, if Quad Cortex would have had the refining thing on their unit, I would have refined their profiles as well, but they took it off. They deleted it out of the software. It's nowhere to be found on the unit. So had they left it on there, I would have refined them as well. I don't know why they took it off, but they did. So Like I said, if they put it back on, I'll do another shootout. I got no problem with that.
Acoustic says, I'm here, just working in the background. You better be here.
You better be here.
Watching those other shows that are on at the same time.
She kids.
Yeah. Half hash. Thanks for the honest explanation. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no problem. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. This community is based on, obviously being respectful to each other. Yeah, but communication. If I'm wrong about something, I want to know I'm wrong about it, because this channel is not based on being wrong and having agendas. This channel is based on doing the best we can to give you the information the best way we know how to do it. And if we miss something, it's not nefarious. It's not because we have an agenda.
We're just dum-dums.
Yeah, we're just idiots. No, we're just... Thanks. Are those bus tracks I see on me? So, I mean, the thing is every once in a while we make a human error, and I'm happy to correct it, because I honestly do not ever want to lose your trust. I really don't. So please keep in mind, I'll say it again, I like amps. I think amps are amazing. And I'll play a digital platform when I need the convenience and I need something for a specific reason.
Or your singer complains.
Yeah, that's why I got the aux box.
I know, right?
Because now I can play my amps again. I spent $1,100 on this damn thing so that I could play my amps. Yeah, so that's how much I love my amps. So I'd rather play that. But again, I'll play my Kemper from time to time on a show. And if I ever get a quad Cortex, I'll play that as well. The right tool for the right job, right?
Dean Harkness wants one of our smoked whiskeys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, come on up, dude.
Right?
That does sound good.
We have some bullet upstairs.
I know. I was just going to say, we haven't cracked that open yet.
I know.
What the hell?
I don't know. We've been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy.
I don't know.
We've been busy.
Not in the whiskey mood. Edward Morales, thanks for the head track answer. I'm about to get the diesel 212 with... is it FK 200? Does FK make sense? I own a dual rack and EVH 5150 Stealth MT15 and a Badlander, and I love the sound of the Badlander with the diesel cab. Woohoo!
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that diesel cab
He's
rules.
catching up to you.
Yeah.
All of those.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're welcome, and I think you'll really enjoy the head track. It's a great product. It really is.
Thank you for the super chat, half hash, $20. Tubes are on me.
Oh, thank you, sir. No, I appreciate it, and I thank you so much, and I appreciate anybody coming in here and asking questions and even challenging me a little bit here and there, because I literally have nothing to hide. I've owned a pressure washing business for 22 years now. And I love nothing more than when a customer asks me tough questions over the phone, because I have nothing to hide. I don't squirm. I don't sit there. I know I have the right answers for them, and I know that I can back it up with quality work. And it's the same thing with this channel. I don't mind. I appreciate it when people challenge me a little bit, because it gives me a chance to prove myself to you. And if I can't do that, then I need to go study some more and do more research and go back to the drawing board. And that's what happened with the first shootout. Yeah. I got challenged by people in a respectful way, and that's what I did. I went back to the drawing board and went, uh-oh, I took myself to the woodshed. I was green that day. I had the greenest stomach. Oh, my God. When I discovered those two things, I'm like, oh my God, they're right. What have I done? And I was like, where's the holy water? I repent, and I took the video down immediately and redid it. That's what I do. And I'm so grateful because I learned from that. And because I learned from that, I can apply what I learned to my craft, which is doing the show, playing, recording, performing, whatever. And yes, I also make profiles. And I took what I learned and poured it into my profile making process and made them better. So, I mean, if you refuse to look at the truth and to deal with the sting that's associated with it sometimes, you remain lesser of a person than you would have been had you paid attention to that and took that pain like an adult and said, all right, this is going to hurt, but man, am I going to be better afterwards. And I'm grateful for it.
Speaking of pain.
Yes.
Do you think, can I get my heating pad and plug it in there?
Yeah.
My back is
I'll get it for you.
No, I'll get it.
Okay.
I can totally get it.
All right.
While I'm gone, I just wanted to read, Dean Harkness says, "This is my favorite place on YouTube. Jamming familiar names, acting like idiots sometimes, all of us. What more could you ask for?"
Thank you so much, Dean. That means a lot. Thank you.
And Warm Chord Music just put his paintbrush down, so it's time for some impressions. He sent a super chat, and he wants the aristocrat criticizing Tone Wars fight night for using too much gain and requests a rematch with all clean tones. And I'm going to go get my heating pad while you're doing that.
All right, you go do
Make
that.
sure I can get out of the chair.
All right, so you all right?
Yeah.
Her
it's just
back's been
catching
giving
a
her
little
trouble.
bit.
All right, do your thing. Okay, so the aristocrat criticizing Tone Wars for doing too much high gain. Okay.
Oh, yes, I did see your little show, and you shot out the quad Cortex with the Kemper, and I must say, it's null and void. You know why? Because you used way too much gain. There was no class at all. It was all messy, gainy sounds, and it sounded terrible, and it scared everyone. Too much gain covers up all the nuance and all of the wonderful things that these products have to offer. Next time, what I'd like to see you do is take both products again and do clean tones, like a good lad and a gentleman, someone with a little class and credulity. That's how you do it. So no more of all this high gain wastefulness. Go in there and make them clean. And shoot them out again and do it right. Thank you. Good night.
There you go.
Nice. All right, we're going to get this hooked up.
Only on Tone Wars do you get heat pads and aristocrats.
I just cannot sit still that long without
Yeah.
all of the...
I can't wait till your back gets
Alright.
better.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm sure you even more than me. Yeah.
Sorry
Well,
about the white cord, but
yeah.
here it is.
Yeah, that cord does not match our decor. What are
Here,
you
I'll
doing?
put my leg over it. There you go.
Oh,
No more
woman.
white card.
What have you done to my set with your white cord?
Yeah. Well, I think with that, maybe I should do a mix real quick, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
this one.
Jay says you forgot to say cheerio.
Cheerio, chip chip cheerio,
Chip,
and all
chip,
that
cheerio.
rubbish.
The Chicago Tide is dying. Ooh, Dean Harkness wants Arnold criticizes the aristocrat for being a wimp for $5. You need to have an impression show.
Hey, sissy boy, you and your little clean sounds and your girliness. Stop it. Shut up now. It's all about the gains. We have to get the gains. No pain, no gain. No lift, no gift. That's how I work here. Stop doing all the clean sounds, little Nancy boy. It's all about huge, crushing metal tones. Do not listen to him, Jarrod. He's a little sissy man. I'll come over his house and pound him now.
Oh my God! All right, let me mute the mic and let me play a few riffs, and I'll do
a mix for you with a lot of gain. Here we go.
go.
There you go.
Some more riffs on the Badlander. God, that amp's amazing.
Oh, I
thick.
like it.
So thick. I love it.
Acoustic says, me and my heating pad are one. And then later on he says he uses it for digesting. Oh, no, he uses it to keep the last 5 of his 20 nuggets warm while he digests them. Got you nug nugs? So my kids call them.
Nug nugs.
Nug nugs. My name is Neil. Let's see. Steve Shaheen. Jarrod told me I couldn't change to the clean channel last week.
No clean channel for you. Stop it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Huddles. Howdy. His name's Huddles.
Huddles. What's up, man?
What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah. Well, I hope we cleared up all this stuff about the shootout.
I think it's clear. Everybody's good.
Yeah.
You got a super chat out of it.
And I'm glad. I'm glad that we had a chance to talk about it. I'm willing to do it again, but I feel really good about how we did it. We really worked our butts off making sure that it was done right. I mean, and I got to thank Steve Shaheen and TJ Richardson for being here the whole day, to do this. I mean, it was very gracious of them to give up a whole day to do this and to do it right. So, yep, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of work.
You could see it all over my face.
And, of course, got to give it up to you as well.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
you don't have to at all.
Yeah.
Those are my easy days.
Yeah. It was still, you're over there doing your nerdery stuff, doing the nerdy thing.
Nerdery.
The thing that you love so much.
Right.
And you brought the food. So what else were we supposed to cover tonight?
Marty5 was helping us out. He says viewer comments.
Oh, yes.
But I did not screenshot any viewer comments this week.
We had some technical difficulties. We were going to have her do some singing tonight, and we ran into some technical difficulties that we got to fix tomorrow. And then, we didn't have a chance to do that. But live viewer comments, I mean, we do a lot of those.
I can go back and try to find some if you
want. Yeah, if you want. You know what? I'll play another song.
Okay.
How about that?
One question from Jeffrey Blanco. Are you using the Horizon Devices Precision Drive with the Badlander?
Yes.
What other overdrive or boost have you tried with it?
I have tried the KSR Eros, and I thought that sounded really good with it. I always gravitate towards the Precision Drive because it's just got that flavor I like. The attack knob is 2 notches up. The volume is at 3 o'clock. The bright is in the middle, and the drive is at 8 o'clock. And that's how I have it set up, and it sounds and feels great. But the thing is I'll say this, like, I use another overdrive. I can acclimate to it in a few minutes and like that just as much. It's all about acclimation with overdrive pedals,
Shred Ain't Dead is joining us from Denver.
What's up, man?
Shred Ain't Dead. It's alive and well.
Good to see you here. All right, let me mute the mic while she looks for some comments, and then I'll play another mix for you, okay? 1 second. And there you have it. That was the Sphinx.
It's honestly such a pleasure to sit next to you
Oh, gosh.
and listen to you. I've been so
Well,
lucky for 9 years now.
You're being too kind.
No, you deserve it. I know sometimes I probably, it's like, oh, I hear it all the time. But honestly, I enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate that.
And-
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. And, right back at you. Like, there's times, like, when you're singing some of the stuff that we play live, I'm just like, holy crap. Yeah, I know her. So, yeah, it's a pleasure,
You know me and my heating pad.
Yeah. You and your heating pad. Heating pad and all, I'll take it, So, no, I appreciate that. It's fun. Like, I have a good time down here playing, and, I have to give props to a lot of my friends that I've learned things from and stuff. So, yeah, I've learned a lot from TJ and Steve, that's for sure. So, yep.
So, all right. I was able to screenshot a few comments. Let me just catch up here in the live comments.
Sure.
Real quick. Let's see. Michael B. Any free Kemper profile / samples out there anywhere?
Yes, on my website, tonewars.com, there is a free sample pack right now you can get. I'm trying to remember what I got on there. I think I got an EVH, Herbert, and Ingle Savage in there. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what's in there, though.
Yes.
And they turned out really good, so...
Jay says, my Chiriatone Silver Jubilee comes tomorrow. I think a visit is in order soon.
Yes,
Christmas
comes at Jay's house a lot this week. He's got a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I get my the Rev Mark III, Jay's got a Mark II, so he's going to come up with the Mark II, and we're gonna.
But I want to go there and enjoy the patio, the outdoor oasis.
I'll tell you
if
what.
You will.
While Jay's up here with the Rev,
I will go there.
you can go there.
Hey, no, not trading. It would not be as much fun without both of you there.
I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to take advantage of
Don't be a turd. Acoustic said you melted his face.
Oh, thank you.
Dean, awesome.
Thanks.
Let's see. Paul, congrats on the Triaton. Jeff, congrats. Jay, Mule Blues. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something here. Acoustic. Next time, everyone wears leather pants. It's only fitting for the music. No pun intended. Mule says leather cargo shorts.
There you go. Yeah. Leather pants, man. Those are great on a hot summer day.
Oh, yeah. See if you get the faux leather pants, then it's not as bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jeffrey Blanco, the Sphinx sounded great. The Badlander sounds good with the leads.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Sphinx is one of my favorite songs to play. I love that song. It's just a lot of fun. It's got that nice Egyptian feel to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let me go get the comments that I screenshotted. Well, apparently they are not there in that. Here, this one. Okay. So this was your comparison, the Badlander. Finally, someone else who gets the Badlander. Sounds great here. You dialed it in well, from Kyle Bull.
Oh, thanks, Kyle.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, the Badlander is definitely a legit amp. It sounds great. It loves being mic'd up. I mean, you heard it, in a couple mixes tonight. And it really is a very nicely tailored amp. There's no wasted anything on it. It's like I said before, I used that analogy with the measuring spoons. You dip it in the thing, and then you take that knife and scrape the top off. That's kind of what they did with this amp. I mean, they scraped all the extra fizz and flubbiness and all that stuff out of this amp, and it's just tailored very well, and it sounds great by itself and in the mix. So, thank you, Kyle.
From Jambavan, your Badlander profile pack made me buy the actual 100-watt rack mount Badlander.
Oh, wow.
If you do update that pack, is this free to existing owners, or do we have to buy another pack?
Well, so if you want to, if you email me, I'll be happy to send you the update if you've bought the pack already. Yes. I'll be happy to do that for
this specific one.
Yeah, this specific one. After this, though, I any updates that I do, I mean, they cost me money.
Yes.
And I got to recoup that
money
cost. Because again, I haven't even recouped the cost yet on all these amps. Not even close. So. But yeah.
Jeffrey Blanco says, great video. This is a really great amp, and your playing is great as always. It seems like you really like the Badlander. Thanks for responding to my comments.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're so dang polite.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, he's in here right now.
He is.
We're reading one of his comments while he's here.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate the kind words very much. And you're right, it is a great amp. There's other channels that kind of dogged it and were like, oh, it's crap, don't buy it and this and that. And it's just like, apparently you didn't dial it in right then, because this amp is not crap. It's really good. It's just, where do I got the knobs? Okay, so I have the presence at top dead center. The bass is at just over noon. The mids are at 11 o'clock. The treble is at just over noon. And the gain is at just over 3 o'clock. And I'm slamming it with an overdrive. Those are pretty normal settings. So if you can't make this amp sound good, I don't know. Did you bonk your head? Sounds good.
Brandon Bryson says, this might convert me back to Mesa. I just couldn't get along with old Rectos, and the Mark series is great, but way too much to dial in to interest me.
Well, that's a great comment, and that's honestly, this is a testament to what I was saying earlier. Listen to people who complain about maybe that you're doing something wrong, or you didn't do it right, or didn't do it good enough, or you didn't do it the way they liked it, or whatever. If you get enough people that say that, maybe they're right. Maybe they're onto something. And I really think that Mesa listened and was like, okay, you're right. Our dual Rex can be a bit tubby and flubby and fizzy. Tubby, flubby, and fizzy. I feel like Eddie Murphy when he's talking about when he was in what movie was that?
The Professor.
Yeah, Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
See her here? See that big old ass? We can
There's
fix this.
One.
We can fix this right now. We make it all better and tight. Look at her. This is a nice ass table. I like sitting over here with all the nice ass people. That's like what he did. And that's what he did. He literally went to Mesa and he's like, see the amp here? It's got a big old tubby ass. So what we're gonna do is tighten up that ass and make it nice. And that fizzy top end, let's take that down. Let's take it down and make it nice and good, man. Let's make it sit in a mix good. All that fizziness.
Oh,
what is this? Effervescence? That's kind of what he did. And they listened, and they made that amp just like they took all the stuff out of it that people complained about. They tightened it up and made it amazing, and I just think it sounds great, so.
Jeffrey Blancos, could you try the Friedman Golden Pearl with the Badlander at some point when you can? I would be interested to hear how it sounds with the pedal.
Got it right here, and we can definitely do that. Maybe I should do a video where I do several overdrives with the Badlander. Yeah. Because I got several of them. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
Steve Evenchek, do you like the Badlander better than the Roadster?
Without having them side by side, I can't give you a definitive huge difference between them. As far as I know there's a difference between them. But I think I would lean more towards the Badlander because it definitely does have that more tailored kind of sound. But, dude, that Roadster is a killer amp, though. And you can dial it in to sound great. You just turn the bass down and watch your presence, and it'll sound really good.
The comments are starting to come in on your impression. They liked it. Said you're on fire tonight. Jay says I nearly spit out my beer just now. Mule Blues, I love this channel. Jay says, I think the Nutty Professor is going to be making another visit to Tone Wars in the future. Right? I was thinking the same thing. He's so good at them.
Well, I'm glad you guys like it. I watched a lot of movies when I was younger. And I don't know. I always have these movie references and analogies.
He really does. He's the type of person that can remember all of the lines and the scenarios and the years and all that. And I can't remember anything.
There's a lot of useless information up here.
Right,
it comes in handy every once in a while. Yeah.
Hakata's Flame, have you tried the KSR Juno with EL34s?
No, that's a good question. I have the Aries up there, and I think it's a great amp. I'm real happy with it, but I haven't played a Juno. I think what is Jeremy Vareo from Donkeys and Demos? I think he has either has a Colossus or a Juno, and I can't remember, but he's real happy with his KSR.
The Donkeys, the Donuts?
The Zunkies and the Donuts. Yeah.
All right, the next comment from Carlos Rodriguez. I'm definitely keeping my stage for a few more years thanks to this. Thanks for this.
Well, good to hear from you, Carlos. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, and he's referring to the shootout that we did last week. I'm certainly not trying to steer people away from the Quad Cortex. I mean, if you want it, go buy it. It
didn't sound bad.
No.
It just compared it right there, the AB one-on-one. But honestly, like, in a mix, in a band, performing, get it and perform if that's what you need.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, I'm definitely not, again, trying to steer people away from it. I just think that we had to do a shootout because that's just what we do here. It's called Tone Wars for a reason. And I just think that if you're going to get it, don't sell your Kemper just yet, because you might be like, man, I miss all the effects and the different amp profiles that I get out of the Kemper. Maybe I should hang on to both for a while and then decide, because a lot of people make those quick decisions, and I totally understand. Dude, I've been there. I've made those decisions and have regretted it, and I've also made them and was like, ooh, I got lucky on that one, skin of my teeth, So it just depends. But the main thing at the end of the day is play what works best for you. All we're doing is giving you information to just do with whatever that you want with. And there's no judgment from me. Who am I, to judge you on what you play? If you're happy and you're writing stuff and getting better as a player and you enjoy the features that the products have that you play, that's all that matters. It really is. It's kind of like standing outside of a Baskin and Robbins and judging people as they walk by. Oh, Superman! Oh, God, why you eating that?
No, but seriously, though.
Yeah.
Superman?
Yeah, but butter pecan, really?
Hey, don't rip on butter pecan!
I'm just saying. It's like, really? Like, are they enjoying their ice cream on a hot day? Yes.
I was so
shut up and leave them alone.
When my 11-year-old asked for Blue Moon the other day. Yeah. I'm like, really? You haven't outgrown Blue Moon yet? No.
Yeah, it does not taste. It tastes like chalk. It's so gross.
You say chalk wrong. You don't pronounce the L.
Chalk.
No, there's no L in chalk.
Oh.
It's just chalk.
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 Yeah, tastes like chalk.
Yes, there you go.
Sorry, Mom. Well, we all learned something today, didn't we?
Oh, let's see.
I don't pronounce it chalk, so I do.
It is not chalk. Jeffrey Blanco, I just set my Badlander to the same exact settings you said, and now, it sounds great. It's not hard. It's not hard to make it sound good.
Yeah, thank you. It really isn't. It sounds amazing, Dean
Harkness wants you to call him Shirley.
And don't call me Shirley. That's from Airplane.
I read your comment wrong. I'm just playing with you. Hesher says, have you tried Celestion F12 X200 FRFR 12-inch speaker for putting into a good wood cabinet? Could sound good with a HELIX or a Kemper.
I haven't tried those, but I want to someday, and I've heard good things about them. So, yeah, I appreciate your comment, your question. So one of these days, if I get my hands on some, I will definitely do that.
Jay says, I know Jarrod has a Bobcat gold weight impression hiding deep down somewhere. What's that?
Remember Bobcat Goldweight?
From what?
From Police Academy?
Yeah.
Kind of yelled all the time?
Yes.
I'll have to work on that one.
Guitar gear how-to. So, be honest. The Diesel is your favorite, right?
All right. So, you want me to be honest? My favorite amp in here is the Ingle Savage. That amp does everything that I want an amp to do. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't. The photo finish between these two, the Diesel and the Ingle and the JP. What else? Yeah, I mean, I like all these amps. They all are like a diagonal going to the finish line, you know what I mean? With the Ingle leading the way, but they're all right behind. I like them all very much. So,
Jay wants mint chocolate chip ice cream. Now I want ice cream.
Oh, we can go get some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make my back feel better.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good excuse.
Oh, okay. I have one more comment that I screenshotted from Wingy. Hey guys, great video. Interesting test. How about a blind shootout which compares each capture or profile against the original amp rather than just against each other?
That would be a really interesting shootout to do. It's something I'll have to do in the future, but I think that would be great.
Right, because we can't do it in the present or in the past.
Yes.
It'll have to be done in the future.
Yeah, my DeLorean and flux capacitor are both in the shop. But, yeah, so... but we could definitely do something like that in the future. I think that would be a really good scientific shootout. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do.
I think the nutty professor should say that. Dean Harkness, Jarrod, slam about 9 shots and it'll come out naturally. Oh, for the Bobcat.
Bobcat.
Other things will come out naturally as well.
Yeah, probably.
So maybe don't do that.
Probably. If I don't pass out first.
Edward Morales, if you had to sell one, Badlander, Mesa Dual Rec, EVH Stealth, or PRS MT-15, what would it be? Don't you sell my MT-15?
What was the list again?
Badlander, Mesa Dual Rec, EVH Stealth, PRS MT-15.
Well, I sold my dual rack, so I guess that answers that.
There you go.
Yeah. And again, not because I didn't like it. You know, dude, when I heard it on stage last night, I was like...
Oh, that's right. You sold it to Steve.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, that amp sounds freaking amazing. I mean, Steve, he's in a twin guitar player band, and his tone, like, dominated that night. I mean, he had this big, full sound. And that's the thing you got to keep in mind. You know, the Mesa might have a little too much low end if you dial it in that way, but man, does that thing just swallow the other guitar player up in a mix. I mean, it's just such a big, fat, ridiculous amplifier. So, you know, some people like big booties. That's just the way it is. So if you want to sit at the nice ass table, that's fine. You want to sit at the big booty table, that's fine too. I ain't judging you. Do what works for you.
Oh boy, Steve Sheen says he really wants to hear a quick rod versus a nitro comparison.
Yeah, I could do that.
CS says if he trades me the molecular for my quick rod, that just might happen.
Oh! Yeah, I haven't played the molecular in a bit.
No, you haven't. Anxious Nation. He says, I have to say your YouTube channel is criminally underrated.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, thank you.
Thank you. That's too kind of you. No, we really appreciate that. I mean, you know...
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Get it overrated. Wait, we don't want to overrate it.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to be overrated. We want to be...
Rated.
No, we appreciate that very much. And it's, you know, thanks to all you people here, I mean, it gets better and better because we look forward to hanging out with you every week. So I'm always trying to make improvements here. And yeah, I mean, we definitely try our best. I got 2 amp shootouts that I've already filmed that I got to release this week as well. And yeah, I mean, sharing is the best thing you can do.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, hit that like button, share it in groups and whatnot. I mean, we would really appreciate that. You know, I'm gonna start a Patreon soon.
We keep talking about that.
Yeah, so I can do some extra content for you guys and stuff like that. So keep your eyes open for that. And it's not because I'm trying to line my pockets or anything like that. It's just, you know, it costs a lot of money to do this channel. You know, sometimes with all the stuff that we have, but. It's worth it because we seriously, like, this is the highlight of our week. It really is. Like, we get to hang out with you guys and we love it. You know, we get to perform.
It'd only get better if there was chocolate available.
Well, maybe next week we'll have a big old pile of chocolate next to you. Yeah. We should probably have a chocolate bin for Carrie. She's having a rough night. She could pop one in. Chocolate makes everything better for her.
Mule Blues. I'm not sure what you mean. At Tone Wars, what was the other player playing? What other player? Steve had the Kiesel and...
No, he's talking about on stage. Oh. So the other guy had a 6505.
Ah.
Yep. So it was a dual rec on one side, a 6505 on the other, and that dual rec just pounded away up there. It just that amp just see the thing is some people they complain about the fizziness of the top end on the dual Rex, but that fizziness definitely helps you in a mix. It's kind of swallowed up by all the other stuff in the room, but it still stands out really well, you know. And you can tame some of that fizziness by taking your presence down, you know, if you want as well. Just got to watch that.
Hesher, would changing my preamp tubes in my PRS MT15 change the amp's tone much? Not sure I could change power amp tubes, and agree your channel is miles better than most channels. Keep up the great work.
Oh gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Seriously, we really appreciate that. I mean, we work really hard to give you guys the best content we can, and seriously, that really puts a lot of gas in the tank. It really does. I did do, yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Gas in the tank.
Gas in the tank. I did a video with my Stealth where I changed the preamp tubes I think I changed to the tongue soles from the JJs, and the difference was very small. I mean, it was noticeable-ish, but small. And the only way I noticed is when I recorded a track, and then I recorded a track with each tubes, and you know, because you can't change tubes and then play right away. You know what I mean? It's not something you can A/B directly. You know, so I just noticed a teeny bit difference, but I don't really think it's going to change the character of your amp that much. You know, I heard power tubes make a bigger difference, but I mean, don't quote me on that because I've never changed them like that. Tried them.
Dean Harkness said he'd like a recording for Idiots show. It'd be beneficial for him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could probably do that. I mean, you guys would be surprised the software I use.
I have a sneeze coming. It's not going to be pretty.
Okay.
No, it's gone.
Okay.
I'll let you know if it comes back. I am not a dainty sneezer.
No, she's not. It's like an elephant. Yeah, so I don't for the show, I record a lot of my stuff on the Sony Vegas Pro series, Sony Vegas stuff, just because I need to it's a workflow thing to get it done. But it's definitely something I could do when I get Reaper and get used to it again. And maybe I could do something like that. But yeah, I'd be happy to.
Thank you for the super chat, Anxious Nation.
Oh,
He
thank
says,
you.
Just cuz.
Oh man, dude, you're so kind. Thank you. Really appreciate that very much.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 8:55.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to be closing down here at 9.
Yep. If you have the last few questions, go ahead and send them over. We'll be here for another 5 or 6 minutes. And yeah, we're all caught up to date on the screenshots that I was able to get
during my playing.
your playing.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. I'm
Jeffrey
glad.
Blanco just said it would be interesting if you did a series of videos where you try to recreate guitar tones from albums. I know Petrucci used the Roadster on Train of Thought, and that was one of my favorite tones.
Did he use the Roadster or was it the Road King? That's the question, because he did use the Road Kings for a while. It might have been the Roadster. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I thought he was using Road Kings for a couple of tours. And it might have been the Train of Thought tour, because I could tell that was a dual rec on that album. You could tell right away by listening to it. You're like, that's a dual rec. And then he used the Marks on a lot of his other albums. So,
Chicago Todd says, or an ear monitor 101 episode, or mixing 101 episodes would be cool.
Okay, the in-ear one we've been wanting to do, because I'm telling you right now, in-ears are a huge game changer. In fact, I was talking to Steve Shaheen last night when he got off stage.
Use them?
No, they didn't use them, and they don't have
monitors, Steve? How were they?
Bad. He's like, dude, I couldn't even hear hardly anything up there. It was crazy, and you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
So am I. I'm familiar with, like, you go on stage, and it's like you get what you get, and you're up there going, this sounds like crap, and
then you have an acoustic drum kit, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and it's just a big fat mess the whole time you're up there, and you're stuck to, you find your sweet spot, and you're like, okay, I'm anchored here for the night. And people used to complain about that with George Lynch. Like, he just stands in one spot. It's like, yeah,
that's where you can hear.
You can hear. It's like, what do you want him to do? But with in-ears, you can go in the bathroom and play. You know, you can go order a beer at the bar and hear everything perfectly. It's awesome.
Does Ava use in-ears?
Amanda does. The rest of the band doesn't, but they're gonna.
Okay.
They're actually gonna be using them.
Jay says, thank you guys. Been working outside since noon today. The last 2 hours went by much faster than the previous 7.
Oh, awesome, man.
It was a good day to work outside
Yeah, it
here.
was.
Yeah, not too
Yeah.
hot. Mule Blues, thank you so much for the super chat. He just said thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that very much.
Dean Harkness, yes, that too. I've never recorded on anything but a phone except for the old 8-track days.
I remember those days.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
see. Dean Harkness always goes by too fast. Hesher, have you ever
does.
tried a 2x12 cab? If so, better than a 1x12?
Oh yeah, there's one right there. The diesel. I'm a 2x12 connoisseur. I play only 2x12s. I have the Mesa 212 with vintage 30s. I have the diesel 212 with G12 K100s, and I have right behind me I got a Zilla 212. I just find that the 212s are tighter, punchier, but they still have a big sound, and they fit in your car a lot easier than a 412. 412s I think are great, but they're a little airy for me. They're kind of there's an airiness to them, and that airiness gives them a kind of a big sound, but it's also kind of an indirectly big sound, if that makes sense. Where a 212, it hits you right in the knees, man. I mean, that cab it's just a gut punch, you know. It's just a lot of great low end coming out of them, and they're just solid cabs, and they don't sound small at all.
I don't know. Dean Harkness says 210 carry. Maybe I said something wrong. Have you ever tried a 2x10 cab? If so, better than a 1x12?
Oh, a 2x10. Oh, not a 2x12. So no, I haven't tried a 210. A 2x10. Ah, thanks for the correction. Yeah, a 2x10 I've never tried. Yeah, I couldn't even speak to them, to what they sound like at all.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right. Ain't no thing.
The Chicago Todd, love recording on the Stagescape. Records all channels individually as well as main mix. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool piece of gear. That's what we're running through tonight is the Line 6 Stagescape to you guys. I mean, it's just a great mixing board.
I'm not sure what Bobby Lecky, you're going to have to read his there. Bobby Lecky's with the orange.
Okay.
I don't want to do it wrong.
Oh, let's see. Is it DV Mark?
Maybe
Had
you
an
mistyped
awesome
something.
2U rack head. DV Mark. Yeah. Are you talking about a Mark series Mesa or? Yeah, I'd like to know. We'll stick around and wait for your response, so I can speak to that. The Marks are great amps, though. If you're talking about the Mark series from Mesa, I love them. I got 2 of them. I got the Mark JP, and I also have a Mark 525. They're great amps.
Dean Harkness, he says, I have. Meh. Meh. My kid says that all the time. Meh.
Yeah, it depends on what you're going for. Like, a lot of people like the brighter sounds if they play Vox amps and stuff like that.
Not
they like
vocal amps.
Huh?
Vox amps.
Vox.
Not vocal amps.
Yeah, exactly.
I see the VOX and assume it's
for singers. Nope. Yeah, Brian May made those real popular. But yeah, a lot of people like that chimey kind of bright sound, which I totally get. But for what I do, I like that big thunderous booming, onslaught of guitar tone. It just fits my style better. But yeah. So if Bobby Lecky, if you're talking about the Mark series rack, I've not played one, but this is my first rack mount amp is the Badlander, and I think it sounds great. So.
Anxious Nation says, I have a DV Mark cab. It's an Italian company.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with... Yeah, so now that with the clarification, I'm not familiar with that at all. So I apologize. I don't know. But if I ever get one on the show...
I totally know what that was.
All right,
I was just
Epad.
testing you.
Yeah. Yeah, if I ever get one on the show, I'll be happy to play it for you guys. So...
Bobby Lecky says, I'll send a link. Italian company from years ago. Oh, a link. It says lunk, but I'll send a link. Italian company from years ago. DV Mark made bass gear originally. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, send it to my email address, and I'll check it out for sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm ready for ice cream.
Yeah, I figured. Well, we've been on for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and seriously, guys, it really means the world to us that you guys are here. It really, honestly does. We look forward to this every week, and even with the technical difficulties that we had today.
We did?
You-
Had some? Oh, with
yeah.
my...
Yeah, with the
Forgot
vocal
already.
stuff, yeah. That's what I mean. We're all in a good mood because of you guys. You guys really helped us out. We were a little frustrated earlier because of the technical difficulties, but once we go live and hang out with you guys, it's like the whole world melts away, all the troubles melt away.
I think it was the Nutty Professor tonight.
Yeah.
We have to pull that out upstairs.
You just saying that. Oh, you just stop. But yeah, we really appreciate you being here, making us happy, making us laugh. Even if you got a big old booty, we don't care. No, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. And if my work schedule allows this week, I'll be live on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with something. We'll figure it out. I'll keep you guys posted in the community section. And, you know, we know that there's a lot of channels you could be watching, other things you could be doing, and we appreciate the fact that you stopped by here and hung out with us tonight, you know, because we know, you know, like I always say, every day's a gift.
And thank you for spending yours with us.
Exactly.
We'll
Thanks,
see
guys.
you back on Wednesday. Jarrod will be live at 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
If my work schedule permits.
If his work schedule permits. And we'll be back next Sunday at 7.
That's right. All right, God bless you guys. Love you all, and we'll see you all very soon. Thank you again so freaking much. Seriously, you made our night.